Hi, this is Scuba. Welcome to today's video. Let's go ahead and get the reading started. Two maidens. Have you ever seen a maiden? I mean, what our pavers call a maiden. A thing with which they ram down the paving stones in the roads. A maiden of this kind is made altogether of wood, broad below and girt round with iron rings. At the top she is narrow, and has a stick passed across through her waist, and this stick forms the arms of the maiden. In the shed stood two maidens of this kind. They had their place among shovels, hand carts, wheelbarrows, and measuring tapes. And to all this company, the news had come that the maidens were no longer to be called maidens, but hand-rammers, which word was the newest and the only correct designation among the pavers for the thing we all know from the old times by the name of the maiden. Now, there are among us, human creatures, certain individuals who are known as emancipated women, as for instance, principals of institutions, dancers who stand professionally on one leg, milliners, and sick nurses. And with this class of emancipated women, the two maidens in the shed associated themselves. They were maidens among the paver folk, and determined not to give up this honorable appellation, and let themselves be miscalled rammers. Maiden is a human name, but handrammer is a thing, and we won't be called things. That's insulting us. My lover would be ready to give up his engagement, said the youngest, who was betrothed to the paver's hammer. And the hammer is the thing which drives great piles into the earth like a machine, and therefore does on a large scale what 10 maidens effect in a similar way. He wants to marry me as a maiden, but whether he would have me were I a handrammer is a question. So I won't have my name changed. And I, said the elder one, would rather have both my arms broken off. But the wheelbarrow was of a different opinion, and the wheelbarrow was looked upon as of some consequence, for he considered himself a quarter of a coach, because he went about upon one wheel. I must submit to your notice, he said, that the name maiden is common enough, and not nearly so refined as handrammer or stamper, which latter has also been proposed, and through which you would be introduced into the category of seals, and only think of the great stamp of state, which impresses the royal seal that gives great effect to the laws. No, in your case, I would surrender my maiden name. No, certainly not, exclaimed the elder. I am too old for that. I presume you have never heard of what is called European necessity, observed the honest measuring tape. One must be able to adapt oneself to time and circumstances, and if there is a law that the maiden is to be called handrammer, why, she must be called handrammer, and no pouting will avail, for everything has its measure. No, if there must be a change, said the younger, I should prefer to be called Missy, for that reminds one of little maidens. But I would rather be chopped to bits, said the elder. At last, they all went to work. The maidens rode, that is, they were put in a wheelbarrow, and that was a distinction. But they were still called handrammers. May, they said, as they were bumped upon the pavement. May, and they were very nearly pronouncing the whole word maiden. But they broke off short and swallowed the last syllable, for after mature deliberation they considered it beneath their dignity to protest. But they always called each other maiden, and praised the good old days in which everything had been called by its right name. And those who were maidens were called maidens, and they remained as they were, For the hammer really broke off his engagement with the younger one, for nothing would suit him, but he must have a maiden for his bride. Hi, this is Scuba. I wanted to thank you for coming by and watching my video today, and I hope you'll come and visit me during one of my live streams. I stream on Twitch Mondays and Fridays. Go ahead and drop me a follow there, and you'll get alerted when I'm going live. I do take requests for Fairy Tale Fridays, and on Mondays we do Metal Bending Monday, where I make custom-made jewelry. Again, thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you soon. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click the playlist up in the corner, or you can follow the links down in the description. That'll take you to my Twitch page, as well as both of the community discords that I'm a part of. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.